my name's Cameron Carlson with AnimeLocation.tv. I'm here at Ohayocon 2023 with my good pal, Mr. Michael Sinterniklaas.
Okay, of all the names to mess up my first name, I have 13 letters in my last name, and you messed up Michael. Slow clap. Cameraman.
And Kylie McNeill.
Hi.
So,
I just met you. I can't say his name, but I can say McNeill. Sorry.
so it's been a while since last time. As you can tell from the giggles, it's been a while since me and Mike have had the time to talk to each other. It's been since Ohayocon 2020. How have you been?
Wow, this is the third year since the last time I saw your hat.
Yes.
Wow, that's extraordinary.
I have this hat since 2016.
Wow. How have I been was the question. Sorry, I'll stop being distracted. This is how it's done. You gotta get really distracted, and then I'm just like coaching my friend here to be really bad at interviews. I've been good. It's been a crazy time for everybody. Business has been pretty good. I got to work on a lot of stuff like Star Wars.
Yeah.
And Belle.
Well, and that leads into the next question. You guys worked on oh my God, you made me cry so much. You really did. I wept a lot, in a good way. So you guys got to work on Belle together. You as the director with Stephanie Shea, but between both LA and New York, as always, with NYAV Post. And, you got to do your very first ever film and sing. So go ahead. We'll start with you. How is it like, having this guy reach out to you and say, you got it?
Oh, God. I remember the day so vividly. I was like in my bedroom, like in the dark. I was just like having a bad day, I think, and I got an email and I was like, what? I was like, what? Like me and my parents were just like screaming all around the house, so we were very happy.
And how was it for you discovering her?
Oh my God. Well, okay, so we had a lot of really great potential people, amazing singers and some influencer types and stuff. But when I worked with her, and her mom's also an actor, they were in Atlanta. And so I did a remote Zoom audition, very pandemic. Actually, in the middle of the audition, you heard a sound and thought someone broke into your house and was going to murder you. That was really fun.
Yeah.
Hey, I just met you. You might be murdered now.
My family left to like leave me alone so I could have like space for the audition or whatever. And then they didn't come. They came back and they didn't tell me they were there. So I was like, who's that? And then my brother was banging on my door. It was just like, it was great.
But not saying anything.
So you were like, should I like call the cops right now? Like, I was like, I don't know. I don't know who's there.
Might just die. I'm like, that is so Suzu. Oh my God. The thing that was really extraordinary, there's a couple things, and I can't say this enough, but one, when I directed Kylie in the callback, I threw out some curveballs and some different ideas for the same scene, for the same line, and she gave it back every way that was different, informed by the new choice, but also really good and valid and could work. And I was like, there's so much to this movie, and Hosoda's films are so nuanced that I really wanted to be able to work with someone who could pivot. And a lot of other people who read for it were like, they had their way of doing it, and it was good, but like I knew I needed the flexibility. So that's a real a great testament to Kylie as an actor, especially being like pretty new to stuff, like fresh out of high school. Like that's rare. So thanks for being so open to that and trusting me for that. Second thing, when Kylie sings, it's not like I'm going to hit you with this great sound. It's like I invite you in. It's like a siren call. It draws you. You know what I mean? Yeah. I feel if I was a sailor, I'd be like bashed against the rocks. But and that's the other thing about Suzu, who's like. The thing about Belle that I think is so significant is it's about, in a world of artifice, which the internet kind of is, everyone's got an avatar or a fake picture or you're VTubing. I think it's cool, but like that's not your face. But then don't want to spoil anything, but like Belle's real strength is being honest and vulnerable. So your style of music that is so inviting, I thought was essential to making Belle right.
So speaking of the music and praising it, you guys had this really rare honor of having the Japanese composer redo all of the songs in English for the movie, and you had the honor and distinction. You're one of the few people I think I know of to sing and act in the same film, anime dubbed. That's really rare, isn't it?
It's rare. More and more, we always try to get someone who can do both. And in this case, the real, I mean, it doesn't always happen, but yeah, we always try to. And all the other people I know that music direct for anime, they try to get the person who's acting to sing. But again, it's not always the case. In this case, like we're like perfect actor, perfect singer. Let's go. Sorry, as the kids say.
So I mean, like for you, like when you heard how big of a rare honor that was, what went through your mind when he's telling you this?
Oh God, I was so scared. Yeah, he definitely had to calm me down many times because I was like, I don't know how to do this. Like, please help me. But I mean, watching Kaho Nakamura, who did it in Japan, who did the acting and the singing, I was so, inspired by her, and it was such an honor to like take on a role that she had created, so she was kind of like this guiding light in my life at the time.
Yeah, like I said, I cried a lot, I wept a lot, I cheered a lot. It's such a magical film. Now, kind of going to speak a little bit more intimately with both of you, individually, one-on-one. You had talked about that your family is very already musically and theatrically involved, and one of those is your abuelo with your grandfather doing flamenco dancing. How is it like when he keeps inspiring you with his dance and culture?
Oh yeah, well he's a flamenco singer, and my abuela was a flamenco dancer actually. Yeah, but no, yeah, no, but they inspired me. They inspired me my entire life, and kind of like every time he would come to the house, he would be singing, like for my baby brother or like just for me, and so when I'm singing these songs, sometimes I'll think of him, especially with like I've been doing live shows and stuff. So a million miles away, I really like to feel him in the room while he's no longer with us, but he's here for that. Yeah.
Awesome. Now, kind of going with you, Mike. Keeping that this is a problem when I have two of you. So you discussed. So you remember you discussed about doing Star Wars at the beginning of the interview. That's really like hard to get like Disney to trust you with a property, especially Star Wars of all things. And you got to work on, I think it was the Trigger product, if I'm not mistaken.
All of them. Yeah, there was.
You got to do all of them.
Yeah, it was the whole anthology, Star Wars Visions, and it was a lot of different studios. IG and Science Saru, and yeah.
I mean, how did that even come about? I mean, like, I know that Disney is just like, don't talk about anything until it's done. So how did you like keep it under wraps? Like, I know you're just a big nerd like I am. So how did you keep your giddiness to yourself?
I kept it to myself and to not even everyone at my own company.
I knew that.
Yeah, so it was just like
the core people,
and we were like, come on, Star Wars. And then we were like, well, I channeled it all into doing the best job that I could because it mattered. They're all really good stories, and I have a lot of Japanese friends in the industry who love Star Wars, and this was their opportunity to like tell their Star Wars story from their perspective. And I think it was really great. I don't always love every like anthology that comes out. I think this was pretty fire.
keeping it with the youth, I hear.
Yes.
Let's see. Let's do a little more. Okay. Now, you talked to Variety, a great publication. Oh, that's right. Here it is. Benjamin Wibb of the Awards Radar about doing your own music. How's it coming along with that project?
I've been writing this album for like a long time, and I actually just like finished a song that I think completes it. But so I've been performing that album at it's like it's an album in the sky, in the ether it's not created yet. But so I feel like I finished writing it finally, and I'm ready to start like actually working on getting it out there. But I play it at every show that I do. That isn't like a solely Belle concert thing, but like I'm doing a show at 54 Below next week, so I kind of explore those songs for that.
I say because I believe we actually have a concert shortly that we have to get you back for.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think it's tomorrow though.
Oh, okay.
So thank God, I better be right. But yeah, I'll only do 2 of my original songs tomorrow, so it's not like overcrowded with my stuff. I'll do all of the Belle songs.
Which sounds like it's going to be pretty cool, because then fans get to see a taste of just not Belle, but you.
Yeah. So I hope they like it.
A lot of us will like it. Don't worry. Yeah.
Your songs are fire.
So jumping back over to Mr. Mike.
Like a fire hazard.
Oh my God, thanks.
Yeah, they need like the fire marshal for your concert.
Really?
Which, by the way, I know the fire marshal.
Oh, do you? Great.
Call him right now.
Yeah. It may not be the same one. It's been over 10 years since the last time I saw the fire marshal.
Would you please call him the fire marshal? Just for us, so I understand what you mean.
So, but jumping back over to you, good sir, is that you were working on the Ladybug and Cat Noir. You're on the 5th season. How's it going on that show?
It's good. People are shipping me and my love interest on the show. That's great. I'm happy for all that.
You love the art?
I love the art, and my character loves the art because my character's an artist. Yeah.
Ship art?
What is that? Yeah. No, that's ship art that I'm into. Okay, look, I've been a couple of characters that have brothers. When you ship the brothers,
It gets a little awkward.
come on.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, look, my love interest in Ladybug is the same sex. That's great. I love it. I'm all for it. But when it's your brother, come on.
No twin cest?
Come on. I don't want a twin cest.
Yeah.
Even if we're clones, or even if we're turtles. I mean, we're brothers. I'm just saying.
That would be a TMNT.
It's TMI. I did not start this fight.
So now we're going to jump back to you, and we're going to jump back into Belle. You know, we talked about that this was your very first ever film. This is your debut. What was it like to see the fan reaction as it hit theaters and people discover you?
Ooh.
Wait. When you say you, do you mean the world of you, the online world? The virtual reality? Or do you mean...
You gotta be clear about
Kylie.
Yes.
Well, I mean, when we went to the theater, it was like COVID closed everything down, so like no one was going to the theater. But I went to see it with my best friend in the world, and I saw it with my parents, and like there was like a couple people in the theater.
We didn't see it.
Oh, my other best friend. My other best friend. And but like when it was really popular on TikTok. The Lolai song like really gained traction on TikTok. So when I was seeing people doing the cosplays and like the reveals of I was like, what the F is going on? I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. And like when people who love the movie reach out to me or like tag me in their post or something, I'm always like, oh my God, like so cool. So, and the people that come to my shows, like that has been the coolest thing ever this year. My favorite thing to meet them. So
I was going to say, because I tweeted out to you. Unfortunately, you don't have Twitter at the time, so I was like, but I tagged this guy, and I tagged his studio, so at least you can find that tweet, because I'm not going to lie, I actually own it. I don't go to the theaters. I actually own everything I watch, because that way I can watch it over and over and over and over, and I only pay one price. But I own it, and I support the industry that way by buying it. That's the important part, is buy if you can, stream if you want to. Yeah. But you can try to buy, helps the industry a little bit more than streaming does.
First of all, yeah, the economics, but also there's stuff that I've worked on that I now can't see because it's not streaming anymore.
Like HBO Max?
Like that, even Netflix. Like yeah. I'm like, oh, my show's on the wait, and it's gone, and I don't have it.
Like Cells at Work, eventually got taken down off Netflix, and you can only now watch it on Crunchyroll. Yeah. But that's it. But that was a great show that I loved watching on Netflix, but I can't watch it anymore because Netflix is like, see you later. It's owned by Crunchyroll, so I love it. Now, going back to you, mister. You keep working on Gundam. What is your problem? Why do you keep working on Gundam, my friend? How's it going?
God damn it. I love me some Gundam.
Because you were doing a Cruise Donald Island and Mobile Suit Cruise Donald Island. And you know that you've been doing Gundam for over 20 years now?
I have. Is it
pretty close?
20 years?
It's close.
Yeah, it's close to 20 years. Yeah, we started with Gundam Unicorn.
Which was, I think, 2010.
Yeah, I think Gundam's really smart. It's about as old as Star Wars is.
It's at least within the 78, 79? Yeah. I think it's the first one? Yeah, because it goes 79, 80, 81 is the first 3 seasons.
Yeah, and 77 was Star Wars. Yeah. So it's almost as old, not quite. But yeah, I love it. It's extraordinary. I think it's so sophisticated, and you don't always know who the good and the bad guys are. I think it asks really important questions. So I love it, and I love mobile suits. And robots, but they're not robots, they're mobile suits. And I love Haro. But also getting to go to Japan and see the life-size Gundam was like a profound experience, yeah. And then the last time I went, they actually had the unicorn, and I was like, oh, that's it.
Now, kind of jumping back to you, what's it like when this guy's talking to you and behind the glass and giving you direction? What's it like, trying to learn from a master over here?
Oh God, I mean, he was really good at introducing me to this world. I was, as I said earlier, terrified. So he just made me feel at home, and if I made a mistake, it wasn't a big deal, and which I think was really important for me at the time because I was freaking out. I remember, he was positioned this way to me, so I was always like, what? Okay, and then I would turn back. So it was I don't know, we had a system of got it, yep, and then we would keep going. But it was good. It was fun.
Now, did you happen to work with Stephanie at all on that, or was it just primarily you in New York?
It was really just us in New York.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know how much of cross-pollination we had on the, between the two directors. I didn't know if Stephanie also happened to give a chance to give some expert advice on how to act from LA.
Right. Yeah, I got to meet her kind of towards the end of making the film. And she's so sweet. We did like an interview, all three of us, which was very fun. So.
Yeah, that's the one thing is that with the extras of the film, I got to see the intimacy of how you guys were recording, you in the recording booth singing. Yeah, that's why I love buying the DVDs and Blu-rays, because all that extra stuff that you wouldn't get on streaming.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons why I say buy if you can, because you get all that fun stuff. Now, kind of wrapping things up. Now I'm going to ask you individually. Start with you. Are there any upcoming projects you can talk about? Because you have NDAs that you have to be careful about.
I mean, I'm kind of just doing concerts right now. I'm sure, this will come out once this has passed, but I'm doing, again, a show at 54 Below next week. I'm trying to do a show in LA.
In New York, what's the date?
Oh, January 25th at 7 p.m.
Will this be out before that?
I don't know. I probably don't think, but it's okay to say that because then people will know to check you out if there's ever another show there.
True,
Where can
yeah.
we find future concerts?
Oh, well, I post everything on Instagram.
Okay.
I have a TikTok, but I don't post on there very much. But all my information is on Instagram. I'll be doing concerts throughout the year.
So, quick question. What is your Instagram?
It's at Kylie McNeill with 3 L's because somebody else took Kylie McNeill. And they're an inactive account, so I'm a little mad. It's okay.
Hey, you know what? What's yours, bud?
Well, so I usually Twitter. I know
What's your handle, though?
because I'm old. That's M Sinter. But on
It used to be MS Word.
well, it's MS Word on Instagram. But I never do it, even though I'm camera guy.
Yeah.
Always have this as
You're-
as
yeah.
long as you've had your hat.
Yeah, you've had your Lex.
hipster.
Yeah, he's had his awesome camera, the really good one.
Which I never post pictures of, which I probably need to do. So I'm gonna try in 2023. I'm gonna make a resolution. So I didn't make a New Year's resolution yet. I will promise to post more photos because then I have to take more photos and actually respect my own photos and post-process my photos. I'm gonna do that. MS Word, Instagram.
You took pictures of my concert at Green Room 42, and you never sent them to me.
No, I never did because I didn't develop them. It's probably still on this memory card.
So, quick question. We love this guy. Quick question. What do you got that's not under NDA you want fans to see? More Venture Brothers?
Well, there's a new Venture Brothers feature film coming out real soon.
Because I met Dr. Venture.
Oh,
I met him at GalaxyCon a couple weeks ago.
my dad.
Yes.
Oh, Rusty. And then can't talk about Berserk,
Oh, you're in the new one.
the new memorial edition since the
Yeah.
mangaka passed away.
Yes.
It's very sad. Rip and mwah. But we're doing a memorial edition of the Berserk series. It's primarily the 3 features from 10 years ago, but it's all re-recorded. Same cast. Guts is back. Casca's back. Griffith's back. Judo's back. Ricketts back. Everyone's back. But Void is back. But it's there are a couple new scenes as well. So if you love Berserk, then you're welcome, and thanks Crunchyroll for letting us do it again and bringing the original cast back.
Yeah. Now, almost all done. What would you like to say to all the wonderful new fans that are going to keep up with you for the many coming years in your career?
Oh my God. Hi, guys. Thanks for seeing me. I don't know. I feel seen. Thank you. I hope to come out with music. I'm sorry I haven't yet. Anyway, thanks. Love you.
Your YouTube, there's even your old stuff. Seriously,
Yeah,
I
look
sold
at my
you
2 years old YouTube videos. Super fresh. Super fresh.
just
YouTube.
raw, no auto tune, no editing, just straight playing and going. And that's why I sold you to Japan, being like, look at this. When they told me, they're like, I was like, so we're sort of casting human trafficking. Second human trafficking joke today. What is up? I don't know.
You're right there, bud.
3. So I'm gonna post more on Instagram, and I'm gonna I can't make that joke. It's horrible. And if you see it, stop it. But there was a whole thing on the airline, before the movies. There was a human trafficking PSA.
Yes.
So
It's really bad.
holy cow.
Yeah, Ohio's unfortunately a really big problem city for it.
All right. Don't let me out of your sight, because
No. So, quick question. What do you want to say to all your fans that have been keeping up with you? I've been a fan of you since the old TMNT days when you were Leonardo. That's the reason why I love talking to you so much, because I'm a huge Leo fan.
ooh.
Donatello, too.
I just got a Leo. Well, good. That's the smart one. You're not into the angry or the dumb one. So that's
No, I like Mikey and Raph, but, I'm a scientist, so I got to go with Donnie as my favorite, but Leo's my second favorite.
I like Donnie too.
I like the bow staff.
Yeah, it's a stick. Okay. I like the swords, but look, what I would say to thank you for caring about what I do. What we do is usually very isolated. We're in a windowless room, just being like, oh, it's got to go out like tomorrow. I do try to put in as much truth and honesty and connective stuff as possible. I think when we get to reversion these things, there's an opportunity to retell the story, not just sort of, paint by numbers. You know what I mean? So I always try to reinvent the thing. I've been very fortunate to have a lot of people pick up on some of the subtleties I'm putting in there, so thank you. I feel seen. And I see you. I see you. And I like what I see.
All right.
Come back to me. So that's your line.
All right. Mike, Kylie, you guys have been awesome. I'm glad to have you both. Welcome to the industry. You're going to have so much fun with us.
Thank you.